welcome to our Mates for Mates live feed. I hope that you guys enjoy what we do today, because we're very proud to be a part of donating this awesome amount of money to Mates for Mates, and also to be able to engage with them about what they do, a fantastic veterans charity that they are, and also talk to our friends Lysaght, who are one of our main steel suppliers, who we've had a long relationship and partnership with over the years to supply quality Australian steel to every part of this magnificent, beautiful country of ours, and we do love it with all of our heart, that's for sure. And Lysaght embody that Australian spirit of Australian steel and Australian jobs, just like Mates for Mates embody the commitment to our country, sacrifice that people have made to create this beautiful place that we have, and we love being a part of all of that. Okay guys, Jason from Lysaght, welcome. Come grab a seat, mate. Socially distanced. We've done this before.
We have. Thanks for us, Scott.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. And thanks for being a part of this this promotion to try and make people familiar with the charity Mates for Mates, and also to get you guys to work with us to be able to do something good to give back a little as well. We really appreciate that. And over the years, we've done a little bit of work together.
We have. We have got a long relationship going back well over 16 years with Scott and his business, with Smartkits. And when Smartkits approached us around the opportunity to work with them and partner with them on this promotion for Mates, we were more than happy to jump on board and give our support. We think it's a fantastic organisation supporting Australian veterans. We think ourselves, and I know Scott is passionate about that, being a veteran himself, that we think we were very happy to be able to come on board and provide that support.
Yeah, and it's been a really good one for us to do together, because I guess it's a charity that, well, and an organisation that fits well with our cultures, like my business and Lysaght, of course. You guys have been around for a really long time.
Yeah, we have, and this year we're really lucky to be able to celebrate our 100-year anniversary of manufacturing in Australia. First started back in 1921 in Newcastle under the John Lysaght Australia.
That's awesome.
Look, we've grown. At one point we were a part of BHP. We're now longer part of BlueScope Steel. BlueScope ourselves spun out back in 2002. And going ahead in leaps and bounds. So the Lysaght part of BlueScope, we've got over 25 offices and manufacturing facilities around Australia, and that enables us to be able to have a fantastic footprint to help service Smartkits and do what we can to be able to provide kits for you guys at home, for your DIYs, and so you can see some of those fantastic kits that have been built over the years.
Yeah, so when I got out of the Air Force, when my military career ended, I found myself working for Lysaght, and that was back in 2005, and have been working alongside you guys ever since. I did work for you guys for a number of years, and then spun out on my own to start my own business, and this is where we are now. So I still see the same faces from back in 2005. You were definitely there back then.
Yep.
And we certainly engage every day with people that I've known for a really, really long time within your organisation.
Yeah, and I think those partnerships and long-standing partnerships, we value them, and we think it's that opportunity to understand and grow, know what the challenges are, know how we can overcome those, and things like technology, things don't go right every time, but I think it's understanding the ability to work with each other on making sure they can be resolved.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you'd say, Jason, that working with Smartkits has been a positive experience for Lysaght as well. It's helped you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, it's been fantastic for us, and it's really been able to develop and grow that part of the market for us, and that home improvement, and knowing that like you guys, we get immense pride out of seeing, looking at the Smartkits feed and the photos and all those photos that came through in the end of the financial year sale, and the Make It Smarter competition. All those photos that were coming through, throughout our organisation, people looking at those with an immense sense of pride, like those homeowners, around seeing, here's our product that's manufactured, whether it's the steel's made in Port Kembla, it's painted in either Sydney or in Port Kembla or Brisbane. It's roll formed in our Lysaght facilities that's either in Brisbane or in Sydney or in Melbourne or others, and then it's shipped out to mums and dads and other people who are purchasing a Smartkits kit. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, and one of the key things with that for us was that over the years we would get customers sending us photos of the structures that they've built with the materials that we've supplied, and we wanted to be able to share that with as many people as possible, because the standard of some of these structures is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And because Smartkits, the guys within our organisation, guys and girls I should say, sorry, is trades-based. So we've got carpenters, we've got licensed builders, we've got designers, we've got people that have been on the tools and on the software designing and building this stuff for many, many years. So we took that endpoint technical knowledge that we have, combined it with your roll forming capacities, and created the offer that we have to the market now, which is empowering homeowners like yourself to build their own structures. And I mean, let's face it, we've had bakers from Lismore build some of the most amazing insulated flyover roofs you've ever seen, accountants from Sydney, pet groomers from Melbourne. I mean, you name it, wherever they are, whoever they are, everyday Australians like us, saving themselves a ton of money. And I mean, we're talking sometimes 100% on the other price quotes that they've been given, double the price. They can do it themselves and save a bunch of money. And not only that, but also get the sense of satisfaction of doing it themselves. And that's what me as a business owner that I enjoy the most about this is watching people empower themselves to be able to improve their lives and to build, because we love to build. I think it's a part of our human nature.
Yeah, everyone loves to improve their backyard and being able to work with you guys.
Yeah.
And you can see that in the stories that have been coming through and how people have just appreciated that, the advice that you guys have been able to give them as well.
Yeah, and I think the commitment to Australian steel is the secret to success for us, because right now in this market, where we're seeing supply pressures and also pricing pressures from imported products, the relationship that we've had together has overcome those challenges that other businesses are having in the industry. And so, many years together, overcoming challenges together, supplying great products nationally, and here we are, in business, doing the job, and doing our best to make sure that we're meeting our customers' expectations all the time.
And I think also having some fun along the way and being able to give a little bit back through to, like Mates for Mates. And I think it's a perfect partnership around that. Yeah,
absolutely. Like we've done home shows together. We've done a fair bit of stuff over the years. Yeah. But Mates for Mates, great veteran charity, and we're in their studio today inside their fantastic facility at Milton. This is a real incredible place, and we're not going to take you on a tour through the facility today, but what we're going to do is when this is over, we're going to record some video here with our mystery guest and yourself and some of the crew from Mates for Mates, who are just fantastic people. They've been so welcoming and accommodating and really doing their best to help us with this promotion as well, and giving us the opportunity to showcase what they do. So we're going to shoot some video around their facility here, and then we'll be using that later on in some content that you guys might hopefully enjoy. Yeah. And hopefully our mystery guest will have a few stories and a few jokes to throw in as well.
And I'll check that he's on his way.
You'll check that he's on his way. Well, you want to grab that, Jason.
Absolutely.
Once again, thanks very much for being a part of this promotion. We'll get you back in when we're back. Now, I've got someone to introduce, a fella by the name of Layton. Come on down, Layton. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Yeah. Layton's one of the team members here at Mates for Mates, and we're really lucky to have him involved with this so we can have a chat about what he does here and what Mates for Mates do as well. So Layton, if you want to introduce yourself, mate.
G'day, I'm Layton, one of the liaison officers here at Mates for Mates. Pretty fresh in the industry at the moment, but really just settling in really well, and just a really rewarding job that we get to give back to the veteran community that have given back so much to this country.
Mate, that's awesome what you guys do. And it was when I came through here the first time, I mean, I'm a veteran myself, I kind of had no idea. I mean, I know I got out quite a while ago now, but the fact that there is something like this and it's supporting veterans and helping people out, just, man, it really tugs at the heartstrings.
Yeah, it's really good because we're not just here for the veterans either, we're here for the families, here for the kids, because it's not just the veterans that are impacted by their service, it's the families as well. So we're just really here just to support the whole network and give back to the people that obviously support the veterans through that time as well. So it's not just them walking alone, we're here for everyone.
Nice, mate. Now, Layton, we were having a bit of a chat before. You're a bit of an interesting character, mate. You've got a little bit of a story to tell, and for anyone at home that served before you or know someone that served, you all know that most guys get in pretty young, pretty early. Why don't you tell us a bit about how your military career started?
Yeah, so during high school and primary school, all I wanted to do was be the army. I had a Vegemite on my face, running around with timber guns. Pretty cringe as you look back at it now, but yeah, joined straight out of high school. Did just shy of 6 years.
Yep.
Got out and kind of, like you said, didn't know there was anything like this around. Bumped a few like different jobs, and then got trade. And then here I am.
What'd you do trading?
Carpentry.
Wait, looking for a job?
Not
Seems
yet.
like you're pretty happy
Not,
here.
not all Diane's listening in, but
Yeah.
but yeah, so kind of just bumped around, and here I am here, just giving back to the community that kind of
Yeah.
we were a part of.
Yep. So you were 18 when you joined the army. Yep. Freshly minted adult at that point.
Yep.
And went through Kapuka. Yep. Did your infantry training.
Yep.
Yep. Good experience.
Yeah, it was good. Just a young 18-year-old, didn't know anything better. First
Yeah.
full-time job, getting paid the big dollars.
Yeah.
Just going, this is mint.
Big dollars.
Oh,
Big dollars for an
18-year-old.
100%. Yep.
So
And what you remember that first PT session you did when you joined?
yeah, no, it was good. Get down there and what is going on here? People are yelling at me.
Yeah.
Like, and I kind of going through school did a bit of kind of cadets and
Yep.
don't like to admit that, but yeah, we knew what was kind of coming, but
Yeah.
just seeing some of these other
Like the
people
Reggie
that-
side of it.
Yeah, seeing some of these people that had never even been in the green before.
Yeah.
People crying and
Yeah.
people just like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was so fun.
A bit of vomiting.
Oh
Not
yeah,
for you, but for-
everyone
the
spewed.
rest of
So
the
many
group.
people spewed.
Yeah.
And more so when we went to infantry, but because the
Yeah.
PT got harder.
Yep, and you start practicing things like contact drills,
Yeah.
and that's when it really gets serious, isn't
Yeah,
it?
specialised training for the role that we were doing. Kind of Kapuka's all cores, and then once you go to your kind of, I guess, your muster or our core,
Yep.
then yeah, it starts specialised, and yeah, that's
Yep.
when you start getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's good.
And did you have any injuries during your service?
Not serious ones, but I think we all suffered some form of rolled ankle or sore back or something like that. So nothing, luckily, touch wood, nothing that was impacting on service for any amount of time. But yeah, we all had that odd injury out field or something
Yeah.
like that. So
When you graduated from your infantry training, mate, one of the best days of your life?
yeah, it was good. Got to, because it's a boys club.
Yep.
So all the boys there, we all celebrated. We knew where we were getting posted.
Yep.
You had kind of like a little clip group, and then we're just like, sweet, we're shipping off to a unit on Monday,
Yep.
and then yeah, so we got pretty wild.
Yeah, nice, mate. And high fitness level, you must have really enjoyed the PT. You look pretty fit now, mate. Still
Oh.
keeping it together for a 31-year-old?
Yeah, got the dad bod happening under here. I just wear a bit of a looser shirt nowadays. So, but no, it was good doing PT every day.
Yep.
Sometimes twice a day. We're playing sport.
Yeah.
We had to be fit.
Yeah.
We didn't have a choice. That was the role.
I kind of looked at it from the perspective, when we were doing PT every day, it was like, well, I'm getting paid to train. You know,
Yeah.
and I still enjoy training, and I always enjoyed training back then. It was like a semi-professional sport in some
Yeah.
way, you know, except you got to shoot guns.
Yeah, yeah. So we pretty much trained every day, and it wasn't just gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was tailored, structured, and yeah, we get paid to live the dream.
Yeah, were you a Queenslander?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was born in Ipswich.
So doing touch football for PT was pretty common for you? You knew
Every
everyone, so,
afternoon,
yeah.
every afternoon we play touch footy. So
Yeah.
come 3 o'clock, touch
Yeah.
footy. So-
Well, I was a Western Australian when I joined and got posted to Amberley after my recruit training in Adelaide. I'd never even heard of rugby league before in my life. I didn't even know there was another code of football outside of Aussie rules.
Yeah.
So touch football was always a bit foreign to me. I did struggle with that a little bit.
Yeah.
You mean I've got to run this way and throw the ball that way, right?
yeah, not forward.
No, it just seems a little strange, you know, especially when you're in an infantry role as well. Everything's going forward, mate.
Yeah.
We're very rarely trying to turn our backs on anything, aren't we?
That's it. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about a day here. What would you do here?
So depending on the different days, usually we try and like to structure it so that we are having some form of contact with our mates or like our clientele.
Yep.
Usually I like to explain the back half of the week is the best time for me. Got jam packed with activities. So any given Thursday, I take a group up to Mount Cootha. We do a bushwalk for a couple of hours, get out there, fresh air, and then we go for coffee and cake afterwards. And it's just awesome to just really reconnect with some of the guys from all different corps that
Yep.
I would never have met in City Street.
Yeah.
So we've got Army, Navy, Air Force.
Yeah.
We've got families.
Yeah.
We've got kids.
Wow.
And yeah, we just have a great time.
Yeah. And how many people would you get on one of your bushwalks?
I've had up to 15.
Wow, awesome.
So it's just this big blob of loud veterans just going through the scrub, and I just love floating through the group because you just have so many different conversations.
Yeah. And all age groups?
Yeah. So we've got anywhere from mid to early 20s,
Yeah.
all the way up to 70s.
Yeah.
So
And if you were a veteran at home watching this now and you haven't been involved in something like this before, what could you say to encourage people to get involved?
just get your foot in the door. Like, there is a whole new world of just activities and people to meet and catch up with.
Yeah.
And we've also got, so not just the social side of it, but we do offer the clinical side of it as well. So if people are looking to get back into the community, perfect, meet like-minded people. But if they do need that little bit extra help to kind of get their foot in the door or to get them out of the house, we do offer that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And do you own a house?
Yes, I'm in Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich. You need a patio at all?
The one I've got is dodgily built when I bought it, so post-war home. So
But you are a chippy by trade, though.
Yeah, and I've got a heavily pregnant wife as well, so any renos around the house have to be done ASAP. And, so I might give you a bell.
Well, I'm a carpenter and I'm a builder, and I tell you, it seems like every one of my clients for about 5 years there had a pregnant missus at home. So just to amp up that intensity of trying to get a renovation finished.
The urgency.
Oh my goodness.
So, no.
And there's definite bridezillas and there's definitely babyzilla things that happen, isn't there?
I've got a good one.
I'm sure she's awesome, mate.
Yeah. Because she's probably watching right now.
I hope she is, mate. I hope she is. And maybe you should tell
Layton.
Layton.
Steve tells me that my wife is watching, so hi darling.
You should tell Layton he needs to get to work on that patio before Bud arrives, mate. When's baby due?
December.
Pretty exciting for you guys. That'd be number 2.
Yeah, number 2. So we've got a little boy, Matthew, and he's also December. So end of the year is a busy time for us.
Wow. So, yeah, that's awesome. You reckon see Matthew following in Dad's footsteps one day?
I hope that he gets a better education than what I did and pays a bit more attention in school, but
still got you in the army.
Yeah, true. I just can't recommend, like, the service is awesome.
Yeah.
For like just meeting like my social network from people in the defence all around Australia. I could literally ring up a mate in any state and I'd have a bet. And I don't know any other career you could do that.
100%. Yeah, I was in Canberra before the last round of lockdowns, caught up with a couple of guys I was in the RAF with down there. Every time I go to Melbourne, there's someone. Every time I go to Sydney, there's someone. And it's a beautiful thing, it really is. And it makes you feel connected in a lot of ways. And that's really what Mates for Mates is about, right? Is the connection of that sort of stuff.
And I also like being there outside of work, but being the connection that if someone is passing through, we can offer a bed as well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like here, we offer the Family Recovery Centre is for people that are looking for that extra connection. Yeah. So we're not just here that if someone has an appointment they see us.
Yeah.
This place is open to anyone who wants to come in any time of day that we are open.
Yeah.
Use the gym, have a cuppa, sit down, have a yarn.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of encourage people that you just pop in, say okay, because that's when people are engaging in the community. That's when they're, I guess, healing.
Yeah. And the big broad range of veterans from all different aspects of life as well, all the different services. There must be some great stories amongst those fellas, eh?
Oh yeah, and there's characters. There's characters of all age groups.
Yeah.
And it's not just when people say veteran, they think, someone that's actually served or gone overseas. It's not necessarily that now in different times that we've come through. So we've got older generation that haven't deployed. We've got younger generation that have done 3 or 4 tours.
Yeah.
So, and just the mix that they have is good as well. Yeah. So it's gone from the days of kind of people deploying and that they're different to groups that haven't deployed, whereas everyone here just mixes together as a yarn. And we just take the mickey out of each other.
Yeah,
you know what
the banter.
Like
yeah, it's hard.
We've got some mates out there at the moment that have been at the gym, and I was just down there and just
You call that a chin up?
Yeah. I went down there and they were in between a set, and I said, fancy you having a rest, and
do you use the facility downstairs? You train down there?
No, so I do a fit this often, so I'd ride to work and get my fix that way. But we have a lot of the staff do use it here, which is good as well. And it just helps that we do PT classes before work a few days a week.
Yeah.
And even just being able to join in on that with the mates as well just shows that we're human with them.
Yeah.
We're not just your Liaison Officer.
Yeah.
And the good thing is all the LOs here at Mates are veterans as well.
All veterans as well. Yeah, so they're guys that understand that. They get
Yeah.
that connection that you've had, regardless of where your service was or how long you served for or what you did. Can you? I noticed when I was walking through, there's coffee catch-ups, there's yoga, there's all sorts of things. Can you run through some of the other programs that you guys do here?
Yeah, so we have, when I explain it to new members, we have like our staples. So every Monday night we have a barbecue and yoga.
Yeah.
Every Thursday we have the bushwalk. Friday we have bike ride.
Yeah.
But we also offer some different activities from time to time. School holidays is a perfect example. So
And you get kids involved in that stuff?
all the time.
Yeah,
So
wow.
I'm taking a group, I think we've got over 30 people now, members and children. We're going to the Lego exhibition.
Awesome.
We're going ice skating, we're going to treetop adventures at Tambourine, heaps of stuff. So whatever we can think of, we can do.
Yeah.
Within reason, like,
Yeah.
But we open it up to mates as well, and we just say, hey, look, what are your kids interested in? Like, what do you guys like doing? Because I might not think of it. We did, Janine, one of our awesome LOs, she did a bonsai workshop.
Oh, wow.
And so we had this mob come in, they brought all these bonsai trees, everyone sat down, and they learned how to nurture a bonsai.
Yeah.
And they reckon just the mindfulness, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's almost a meditative Zen state.
And which is good because some of our mates aren't physically up to doing a treetop adventure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Hey,
good to have something that's
Being
not
a,
physical.
being a carpenter, and I'm a carpenter, maybe we need to run a how to build your own patio course through here or something, mate. What do
I'm
you
sure
reckon?
we'd get a few customers.
Yeah, absolutely. How many of the guys that you served with have gone on to do trades?
There's been a couple. A
Yep.
lot of them got out and went emergency services or first responders.
Yep.
Just because I think for that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, of course, mate. Absolutely. A lot
But
of
no,
coppers.
yeah, coppers and the ambos. So, but a lot of them either did get out and study, which I
Yep.
was happy with, that they were still furthering themselves.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we found a lot. The industry want ex-servicemen.
100%.
We're early on time. We look neat.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes a real difference, doesn't it? I think you did the right thing getting a trade, mate, especially coming out of your service. A lot of people, it's great that people do decide to do that because you're never too old. The other year I read that the oldest carpentry apprentice in Queensland was 47 years old when he graduated. So,
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
We had a guy that at my last employer. I think he was 43 when he went through.
Yeah.
And previous life, I guess. But they just make some of the best tradesmen.
Yeah.
They have a family, so they've got to pay the bills.
Yeah,
so
that's
they want to turn up to work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, I believe I've had a bit of an indication back here that our mystery guest has arrived, and we're pretty excited to get him involved.
Definitely.
We are going to be doing a presentation of the cheque money we raised for you guys in conjunction with Lysaght, and have a bit of a banter, three-way chat with our mystery guest. And you coming from a rugby background may have a little bit more to engage with that. But I have had the pleasure of sitting with this man at a lunchtime table at a function once, and all he did was roll off the funniest stories that I had seen in a while. And he was a really great fellow and an absolute legend for being a part of this as well. So let's welcome in the mystery guest.
Hi guys.
Hey,
How you going, mate? Good.
good, Scott, mate. How you
Hey,
doing?
Scotty, how you
Yeah,
going,
great to
mate?
see you again. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, well, I was running late. I was on a plane, and you can't trust those pilots, but they got it fixed.
They got you.
Yeah, and I come from Townsville, so the Laverack Barracks. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big well.
Want to grab a seat? We'll have a
Yeah.
quick chat first before we
That's
hand
right,
over
let's
the
go.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hide it, mate. This one's not rubber either. It doesn't bounce. This one's good.
Giving out big checks, you like doing that?
Yeah. Oh well, for great causes, absolutely.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and look, mate, you've represented Australia in your own way.
Yeah, I think we have, but when it comes growing up and knowing what military is, and first time I ever played for Australia, we're sitting there and one of our managers goes, "Have a look at us," because we all had RM Williams on it. Goes, "Look, you got $2,000 worth of clothes. You're staying in a 5-star joint.
Yeah.
You're ordering sandwiches, and blokes want to weigh in a rusty tin boat to fight for your freedom." And then we always talk about the coat of arms, and we always had a slouch hat.
Yeah.
Because that's who we represent, that's our history. So yeah, we play sport, and they talk about battle, they talk about this, are you going all up? We're not.
Yeah.
We're going out there to play a sport, and we got the freedom because of the guys that have gone on the tough work, on the tough yards before us.
Yeah.
And it's certainly that, and that's, like growing up in Townsville, we were always hearing the Chinooks, the Black
Yeah.
Hawks, and that's the local footy side there.
Yeah.
And and then the F-18s used to fly. It was really good.
Nice.
Because I didn't have to listen at school.
Yeah.
Or that might have been my problem. That's my problem. The F-18s and the old school and the windows were rattled, but that's what I grew up with. And,
Yeah.
you know, and it's always been a big part of my upbringing. And
So
we're proud of our army. You know, like when they go away,
Yeah.
you know, our soldiers are the best in the world, and it's
Certainly have a good reputation, don't they?
Absolutely.
We were just saying before that, you know, like been in the military and doing PT every day and getting paid to train kind of feels like you're a bit of a semi-professional sportsman to some degree. And I think a lot of the guys that end up in the military had aspirations for great sporting careers, but, you know, we can't all be that. So you go in different directions.
Well,
you know.
and then I was lucky. Wayne Bennett was really big on army trainers. We'd go to Canungra.
Really?
Yeah, so we'd go to Canungra and we'd do it. We went to Perth and did one of the SAS courses over there as well. So, like lighter training.
Having a taste of it.
But to go and to train, and that's probably the toughest training we did. I think it's stand 11 at Canungra. We started.
I've done that. Yeah. It's steep, isn't it?
Yeah, steep, and then we had to pick up, you know, all the poles and then push the one trailer up the hill with the one wheel and all that kind of stuff. So like we did that for 3 days solid.
Teamwork.
Well, yeah, and just to know how hard. Well, one story out of that is Petro Civic, he collapsed, and he was an hour away from his body shutting down. And these guys do it for a living.
Yeah.
You know, and so like, we certainly know that when we needed to be mentally tougher, resilient, and work as a team.
Yeah.
We did their training.
Yeah, nice.
So
Yeah.
we got the highest regard for.
Yeah. And you grew up in Townsville?
Yeah, Townsville. Yeah,
nice, mate.
Yeah, so probably, well, mate, we're in North Queensland.
North Queensland.
And then when I'm in North Queensland, I'm in Townsville.
Yeah.
So
I think you guys would be happy to draw a line and just break that piece off.
Well, I think they tried to once.
I think they tried.
Mate, it might be Bob Catter, one of those guys, still trying to have us as our own state. No, mate, I'm happy to be a North Queenslander. I'm happy to be a Queenslander, but more importantly, we're Australian.
We are Australian, and I think that's really important to remember now as well.
Yes.
Because we are one country, divided as we may feel at the moment with border closures, and God knows it's been the weirdest year and a half of my life, and I'm sure you blokes will agree.
Well, mate, if you were colourblind, we're Australian. If you did the light blue jersey, I'm not happy with. I don't like that, but other than that, you know. And I always say there's only 2 states to be in, and that's pissed in Queensland. Can I say
couldn't
that?
agree with more with that. I think that's fantastic.
Don't use that, don't you?
Pissed it in Queensland. Quick question for you. I moved to Queensland in the late 90s, and I'd moved from WA. I'd never even heard of rugby before. Don't hold that against me, but things were pretty one-eyed in Western Australia as far as football codes go. And I was introduced to State of Origin here, and I think it might have been the first match I ever watched where you grabbed this bloke and you just ragdolled him, and mate, he was off. You know.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that story? Who was that?
His name's Brett Hodgson, actually, and he's a great player, and he won a grand final, and he had a great career at West Tigers and Parramatta, and he ended up winning the Men of Steel over in England. But it was when they had the old-fashioned collars on the jumpers as well, and they were a little bit baggy. Now they run out looking like superheroes.
Yeah.
Their jerseys are that tight, but I just got his collar, and he wasn't much. He probably would have weighed 80 kilos. That was with weights in his pockets.
Yeah, what do you reckon you weighed about back then?
I was about 106.
106, a raging bull.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I was a fit 106, and when I grabbed him, and it was really slippery, so when I grabbed him, his sort of legs went from underneath him, which made it look spectacular. And then I grabbed him, and once he lost his momentum, and you could swing him, it was pretty easy.
Well, when I was talking,
it looks more.
It looked amazing, but it was one of the standout points of watching my first State of Origin game. And I was talking to my daughter, who's a mad rugby league fan, the other day, and she actually referenced that tackle. She'd searched it up, and she was watching it on YouTube, mate. She must have watched it about 50 times.
It's in black and white.
That's not.
That's how long it was ago. It was in black and white. So.
Yeah. Now, your association with Lysaght.
I've been with Lysaght for a long time. Met the guys, fantastic, Aussie steel. So, and with yourself, we've got a cheque. So we matched each other, and there it is.
Woo! $10,000. Yep, and this one's going to you, Layton. Not to you personally, because I know you'd probably buy a patio with it. But
that'd be a good lunch, wouldn't it?
It'd be a long lunch.
Be one of those states.
We know that you guys use this money directly for veterans programs.
Yeah, so we put back into the people that need it the most.
Yeah, back into the people that need it the most. So they don't pay the rent, don't pay the bills with this one. This one's purely about programs, and that's why we, with Lysaght, we're really excited to be able to do this, mate. And thank you.
Thanks
for being a part of it.
we'll see what we can do next year. See if we can make it even bigger and better. Thanks for coming.
No
Thanks for being a
problems.
part of it. Layton, thank you for coming as well. Gents, it's been an absolute pleasure. The guys from Mates for Mates, the Lysaght people, really awesome bunch, and we're really, really grateful and proud that we've been a part of it. Thank you to you guys who tuned in at home. Congratulations to people who win the prizes. We're going to get Gorden to sign off on those. Don't forget to hit the like button. Just smash that thing as hard as you can, as many times as you can, to go in the draw to win $200. And if you are sharing this on your own Facebook timeline, once again, share it. You're going in the draw to win $200 as well. Thank you for tuning in. It's been awesome. Smartkits Australia, Mates for Mates.
Yep.
Fogs.
Fogs, Lysaght, everybody. We need more, and we're going to get as many sponsors as we can.
And of course, Lysaght as well. Much gratitude to you guys too. Thank you, Jason. See you later, guys. Thank you.